Bakit po ganoon, mga kababayan? Bakit po hindi ninyo makita na kung talagang itong taong ito ay napakasama, binoto pa rin ng mga taong naniniwala sa kanyang kakayahang maging mayor ng Davao City of an overwhelming more than 600,000 votes? Why do we need to resort to this kind of tactics? Why do we need to involve the international community of what seemed to be of an internal matter? Pero po, ako po ay nag-aalay ng lakad para po ipakita kay Tatay Digong, kasi today po didingin po yung motion na final ng kanyang defense team para po sa pagdiskwalipika ng 2 sa 3 judges which composed of the pre-trial chamber, 1 sa International Criminal Court. Ngayong araw din po magsusumite ang dalawang judges na pinapadisqualified alas 4 po ng hapon. That's roughly around 10 o'clock in the evening Philippine time. Also po, in the same way, the prosecution team were ordered to submit the same written observation of the application filed by the defense team of the former president. Ano po ba ang implikasyon kung maaaring mapabor ang desisyon na i-disqualify ang 2 judges? Magkukuha po sila ng 2 other judges from other chamber, and then sila po ang magiging bagong judges, which will be the new composition of the judges to decide with respect to the motion filed on May 1 by the defense team to challenge the jurisdiction of the ICC. Yun po ang napakalaking battle na kinakaharap natin ngayon, mga sambayan ng Pilipino at ng Pilipinas. Kasi po, pag mag-decide po sila in favor again of the defense, ibig sabihin po nun is makakauwi na po si Tatay Digong immediately. At saka po, ako po ay nananawagan sa mga Pilipino na ipagdasal po natin palagi si former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte para siya po ay mabigyan ng strong mental state to go through this process and see through it until the very end, and also for his health, that may he have a very healthy body and able mind, that one day when the right time comes, when that most awaited time comes na makauwi na po siya or pauwiin na siya, nandoon po ang kanyang mga supporters nagmamahal sa kanya, lalong-lalo na ang mga tao or mga sambaya o mga Filipino people from the city of Davao, where he will be welcomed as the new mayor of the city. Mga kababayan, ako po ay very nervous, to be honest. Kasi nga po, 2 beses nag-file ang prosecution team to extend the presentation of their witnesses. In both instances, they were granted with respect to their motion. Now, when the defense team filed a motion to partially disqualify or partially excuse 2 of the 3 judges, it was dismissed for the reasons of technicalities, subject to the rules of the ICC proceeding. I hope na ang Panginoon makikita niya ang injustice na nangyayari sa isang taong inalay ang kanyang buhay para mag-service sa mga Pilipino at sa bayan ng Pilipinas. Ako po ay di hamak na ordinaryong Pilipino lamang na ang gusto or adikain ko lang po ay mapauwi ang kapwa ko Pilipino doon sa bansang Pilipinas kung saan po siya ipinanganak at kung saan po siya doon nararapat magserbisyo dahil po siya ay binoto ng tao bilang mayor nila. Pasensya na po, ako po ay I'm asking for your patience and actually to excuse me sa paggamit ko ng ating lingwaheng Filipino kasi I'm not very well versed po with respect to my diction, my pronunciation, or even the vocabulary in Filipino. Ngayon po ako ay naglalakad para mabigyan naman po ako ng linaw ang aking utak, pag-iisip at puso na sa panahon ngayon. Kasi nga po, also the court the court also expressed that after the submission today they will hear the application, and that to me is very nerve-wracking. I feel even anxious po talaga ako, to be honest. Kung ano po ang magiging resulta ng plenary session nila today with respect to the application. Ang sinasabi ko lang naman po bilang isang ordinaryong mamamayan is that ang nangyari po kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte is not only about him being prosecuted or brought to the International Tribunal to be judged, to be prosecuted. It's no longer just about that. It's even bigger. Bakit po ba malaki? Kasi po ito ay a clear and vivid example of utilizing an institution to advance whatever political persecution. Bakit ko po ba yung nasasabing ganoon? Ang Pilipinas po ay merong well, alive, and perfectly capable judiciary na pwede pong dinggin ang kahit anumang kasong i-file kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Ako po ay nagtatanong, bakit po hindi ito i-file doon sa local courts natin so that the judiciary or the local courts can see through it, assess the filed cases, and for them to render judgment in the same way. Tayo po, isang Pilipinas, isang bansang soberenya po ang Pilipinas, at meron po tayong perfectly working judicial system. Tayo po ay independent from any foreign power. Ang dami pong mga taong namatay, mga forefathers natin, to secure the freedom and the liberty that we are currently experiencing today. Itinapon lang po natin ang pagsakripisyo ng ating mga forefathers for the very reason of whatever political ambitions, greed for power and position. Parang naging sacrificial lang po talaga sa aking pag-iisip si former president, because you wanted the international community to see a former president prosecuted for alleged crimes against humanity. Pero po, bilang isang ordinaryong tao, ako din po are very much surprised by the overwhelming love and support na pinapakita ng sambayan ng Pilipino para kay Tatay Digong. Yun lang po ang aking gustong ipahiwatig sa mga taong nagsasabing si Tatay Digong po ay literal na guilty na kriminal. Kahit lahat ng ito ay aligasyon pa lamang po. Wala pong ibang nangyayari ngayon sa bansang Pilipinas, kundi puro political, puro atake, puro political theatrics. Nasaan na po ang focus natin na dapat doon sa sambayan ng Pilipinas, ay sambayang Pilipino? Bakit di po natin pagtuunan ng pansin ang mga nangyayari sa ating lipunan? Why do we need to put somebody, much more a former president, to be persecuted and to become a topic of the international community. I cannot really fathom. Bakit ganun-ganun na lang? Why do we do that to our fellow compatriot? Why do we do this to our motherland? Bakit kailangan nating ipagmalaki? O dapat ba ito ipagmalaki? Na surrendered a Filipino to be judged by a foreign tribunal? Wala na ba tayong judiciary? Bakit po ganoon, mga kababayan? Bakit po hindi ninyo makita na kung talagang itong taong ito ay napakasama, binoto pa rin ng mga taong naniniwala sa kanyang kakayahang maging mayor ng Davao City of an overwhelming more than 600,000 votes? Why do we need to resort to this kind of tactics? Why do we need to involve the international community of what seemed to be of an internal matter? Bakit po? Lahat po ng mga kababayan natin galing pa sa iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo, lahat po ng mga kababayan nating nagmamahal at sumusuporta kay Tatay Digong ay literal po na they spend their resources in terms of time, money, hard-earned money po talaga nila in order to come to The Hague, to travel miles and miles to different mobilities para lang po makiisa sa pagkikibaka ng mga kababayan in this modern day and age. Bakit po ganoon ang nangyayari ngayon sa ating bayan? Also, when you try to stand for what you believe is right, a lot of the time, more often than not, you will be subjected to what? Character destruction, maligning you, calling you to whatever vile person that you are not. Is this the kind of Philippines we have? Bakit ganoon po? Nandito po ngayon, naglalakad lang. I was thinking of going to The Hague, but initially I thought maybe maglakad muna ako as a form of sacrifice to show my unwavering love and support to Tatay Digong. Samantalang nakikita ko po ang mga tanawin dito, how organized things are here. Talagang sobrang nakaka-amaze po. The different options of mobility. Sabi nga ni VP Inday Sara, nung nandito siya sa The Hague last time, sinabi niya when she was asked a question, what was your biggest takeaway po sa pananatili niya sa bansang Netherlands, particularly staying in The Hague? Sinabi po ni VP Inday, mobility. There are a lot of mobility options dito sa Netherlands that if you want to go from point A to point B, you can either choose to walk, to cycle, to go by car, by train, by tram, by metro, by bus, by Uber. There's a lot of options for you. Sana ganito po ang Pilipinas. Organized. Na ang mga leader po natin na iniluklok ng taong bayan where the real power resonates or comes from, ay mag-isip para din po sa kapakanan ng kanilang mga constituents or ng sambayan ng Pilipino.